Welcome to the Super Facts Show on the Super Facts Network. I just appreciate you listening. So I'm not gonna ask you to follow me on Instagram at Mark Waldo Ward. I'm not gonna ask you to rate and review the show. I'm not gonna ask you to subscribe to it. Thank you for your time.
What up, world? It's your boy Mark Waldo Ward, Super Facts Show, Super Facts Network. Today we got with us a young man just released a video a couple weeks ago for Mixed Personalities off his banging EP, As Below, or So Below, excuse me.
Well,
Huey V, how you doing today, brother?
you already know, man. It's going up for a fact. It's going up for a fact. We working every day, every day. Same thing, different day. You already know.
Yeah, nah, I see from your Instagram, you definitely be working, and you be saying like some I mean, I guess it'd be like some wisdom type shit, you know what I'm saying? But I see you be giving out little life advice and shit, smart shit too.
He said a little life advice. Nah, no care. I'm gonna be honest with you. I just 9 times out of 10, like if I say it on like Twitter, if I say it on Instagram or something like that, then I was probably just going through it. But it's the same thing with my music. It's just that you check my Twitter, you see it in real time. You might see a tweet and then hear the song right after that, or something like that. Like,
You know, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but I was struck by something when I was listening to your music today, and then like in comparison with your social media, it seems to me, and like again, if I'm wrong, please, but it seems to me like maybe sometimes that the people around you don't understand you, but then you make this music and share it with the world, and the world understand it better than the people around. I mean, not all the, you know what I mean?
it do be like that sometimes. It's interesting because like I don't know. Sometimes what's the way that I can explain it? Sometimes it's easier to not see what's in front of you because it's way less stressful.
Yeah, no bullshit.
Sometimes that's what it is. Sometimes it's just way less stressful to just not acknowledge something sometimes. So I see how people who aren't directly affected by my music kind of are more affected by it, which is so ironic. You would think that the people who know the people in the stories, the people who know like what happened, like they would have more of a connection with it. And sometimes they do. Sometimes it makes them more distant because it is so honest. So it's a double edged sword.
I mean, that being said though, like your music is something that a lot more people can put themselves in the situations you talk about. Like, everybody don't got a bunch of fancy cars or get to party in Miami all the time. Like some of the shit I see you doing in life doesn't necessarily come across in your music because that's like the less, I don't know if that's a reason, but some of the less relatable aspects. Some people when they start living like how you've been living the last couple of years, all of a sudden that's all they talk about.
Yeah, nah, for sure. I mean, we definitely got it inside of the music and everything, but it's just like you said, it's just easier to relate to more real life experiences. Like sometimes you go down to Miami and get spoiled because it's not this. You know what? I can't even say that. I guess it's just whatever corner of the life that you live on. Like because you can go to Miami and be in the trenches the same way I do, but you could also go and be in Mr. Jones every other weekend. And I know people who grew up here who still ain't never been inside of Mr. Jones yet. So it's interesting. It's interesting, but
I ain't got front, brother. I don't know what Mr. Jones is. What's Mr. Jones?
Yeah. All right. So Mr. Jones, you seen the Bygones Be Bygones music video?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So inside of that video club that we go to, the nightclub that we go to, where I come out in the old school type of Game of Thrones chair coming from the ceiling.
Yeah.
That's Mr. Jones. That's Mr. Jones. So we in there basically like I'd say every other weekend. And we done burned it out. We done burned it out for sure. But it's on the beach in Miami. It's one of the most like prestigious nightclubs that they got out there. And they balled out during the pandemic. Like figured it out. I think that's why they still going so strong. But yeah, for sure. Like being inside of there, it's a after you go there so many times, it kind of become normal. Like even the strippers at Booby Trap be looking at me like nigga, you be in here a little, you be in here a little too often now. At this point, they don't know me on a first name basis and everything. But I kind of like it that way. You feel me? I show the ladies in the trap some love.
Shit, I heard that shit. Contribute to the college funds, right? Ain't that what Chris Rock said? But so that means the Mixed Personalities was just like a true story now, huh?
Yeah, all of them for sure. Mixed personalities, feelings, Feelings is probably Feelings is one of those songs that was like the easiest to write because how vivid it is. Like like one of my worst moments in my relationships was like Feelings. So it was like one of the easiest songs to write. But nah, for sure they all off a real life relationship. I still to this day, like if I drop a song or drop a video, every single time it happened, I get a call or I get a text from the chick that I'm writing the song about. Like, is this about it's about you. You know it's about you. Like, yeah, all that.
So that being said, give me some advice on what to do if a girl pulls a knife out on you.
Ooh, girl pulling that, you gotta get low.
Get low.
Leak say you gotta get low.
Yeah.
You gotta get low. Nah, I definitely done had like a couple nights pulled on me for sure. For sure, I done definitely had a couple nights. I mean, it's just what come with it. You gotta know what type of sauce you dipping into. You feel me?
I mean, I ain't trying to be up in your business, but like one would have to think that what's the point of having the girlfriend?
What's the point of having a girlfriend if they all gonna act like that?
I mean, if you fucking with the strippers and making them mad and all that shit.
Oh no. I ain't gonna care. Those situations is completely different situations. See, you trying to get me pent up in booby trap. The booby trap ladies is loyal.
Yeah.
They respect faithful men. It ain't no cheating men in booby trap.
Okay. Well, shit, that's what's up. Hey, trust me, brother. I was never trying to get you hemmed up. I was just, trying. I mean, it's all entertainment, right? At the end of the day.
But for a fact, it is some ups and downs with it. Like being in a relationship, it could be a bit. I say it could be a bit frustrating because like you'll want the relationship and everything, but being in this industry, it kind of makes people like it makes them weary to even want to deal with you sometimes because of everything that's going on. Like say for instance, like I know it's a joke and everything. But yo, women really be thinking like that sometimes. Like I get my phone blown up 10, 20 times because I'm inside of the trap thinking I'm on something. Like, nah, we running records, shorty. Like, I'm getting paid. What you talking about? I'm getting to this bread. I'm getting to this bag right now. I ain't worried about that. But it's very easy to get distracted.
Yeah. I can imagine. Hey, I like that shirt you was wearing in the video. How you say it, heavenly?
Yeah, heavenly 41.
Where would I get one of them things?
Definitely from well, you gotta stop at your local hood. Your local hood or your local project in Miami. Go ahead and pick up one of them. Go ahead, touchdown. I got you.
Okay, well, shit.
I got you.
I'm in Tampa. I'll be going out Miami. I was gonna tell you off mic before I was fucking with the speakers. I'm definitely trying to see a show next time you perform in Miami. I can tell your shits be turned up.
For sure. It's a movie, especially back in the hometown. New York always show love. Miami always show love. Milwaukee show love. I mess with Milwaukee super heavy. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm still ready to put on like a spectacle there. That's when I'm waiting for the spectacle, like at the rave or something like that. I'll reach out to them or something like that. But for sure, when you come out to Miami, let me know. We can definitely.
No doubt. Hey, how you learn that shit though? Because like it's a lot of like I don't know what it is. Because it'd be some cats they can be active and everything, but it's just something not compelling. But like you ain't that deep in the game as far as like performing stages and shit. It seemed like it's the earliest footage I can see. It seemed like you was doing it. Like how does one know how to do that, or is it something you can't even explain?
Nah, I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you. It's one of those things where it's like it's not on you, it's in you. I always heard that when I was younger. But it's definitely not on you, it's in you. Like you could dress somebody up to play the part, and it's just they just ain't got that dog in them. You feel me? They just ain't got that dog in them. But I'm gonna be honest with you. Most of the tips and everything that I learned was for sure from like being on tour with Bleak, Freeway, everybody from the from State Property. It definitely helped. It gets you in your bag because when you next to Beans on stage or you gotta perform after them, like. Nah, you got to be in your bag. Like, them Philly crowds give it up. They'll boo you. Quick. I done seen them boo some people from Philly. So, like, it can happen. I also seen Mr. Love, like, on records that I thought, like, oh, yeah, this ain't it. This ain't it. I might have been doing, like, More Love or something like that, thinking, like, yeah, it's not it. But, it translates. Real music always translates to real people.
Shit, no doubt. Speaking of performing, I just want, man, can you do me one favor? No matter how big your career gets, please don't ever forget how dope Exodus is.
Oh yeah. No, that's my favorite song. That's my favorite song, hands down.
Bro, I stay listening to that, Joe. I fuck with that. I mean, I fuck with it all. You know what I'm saying? But there's always like a few that you listen to more than the others.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, definitely that's the one that connect. I ain't even gonna lie to you. It's something about that sample that it speaks to your spirit, man. I think that's Isley Brothers. Well, correct. They beat me up.
Shit, you got me. I just know I fuck with that jump. The
Yeah.
you was talking about feelings off the new project, right?
Mm-hmm.
Man,
Yeah.
when you was bringing up that song crying, the song that's some pretty big shoes to fill. Like how I mean, I guess audacity ain't the word, but how you know you're doing the right thing and not doing too much?
By not even intending to be honest with
Word. I feel
you,
you.
that it was gonna turn out to be like kind of a song crowd flip until the entire song was done. I had both of the verses done before I had the hook. The hook was low key the last thing that I had, and I got that the same day that I got the beat, which was like the day that I recorded it. So it just kind of all fell into place. Like I might write about a situation at the moment that it happened. So, feelings like it's weird. Sometimes I write about a situation before it happened, technically, because it happened again after I put the song out. I write the song based off of a true event, and then after I re-release it, it'll gain like new life. It'll re-manifest itself. So sometimes I watch it like that. So you'll get to see it play kind of like and rewind, I guess. So when I first made the first two verses, it was probably like 2 years before the actual song had even made it to the studio. I was still in Milwaukee. Finally touched down inside of Miami and linked up with my manager, and he heard the beat, and it spoke to him. It spoke to him like, "Yo, this reminds me of Song Cry," and he was playing me Bleak songs, and that's kind of how the flip came on. Big blunt rolling down 9-5. So I got, you feel me?
Word. No, that's dope. That's super dope. Damn, you strategic as shit. Like
You got
a
it.
lot of young people I've been around ain't don't be putting that much thought into shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what's up. A lot of people, if they had two verses that was that dope, want to sit on it for 2 years.
Yeah, because sometimes you could write it ain't time to be performed yet. You feel me? Like the emotion ain't there, or maybe the technical ability ain't there at the moment to even be performing. Sometimes I write a verse and I can't say it, I can't deliver it the correct way, so it just doesn't get out. But it might be one of my hardest verses, so it might just be another time, or it might be another beat. The energy, the song itself, it still has to manifest itself. Some songs be a process. Some songs come overnight. You know.
With that being said, I want to revisit real quick when you made No Regrets. That was your first song on Warehouse after having the big deal, and you seem like the type that don't be nervous too much or anything. But was there any level of anxiety attached to that song?
Nah, I'm gonna be honest with you. That's another song. That was the song that I got discovered off of. So that kind of
Okay,
that came before I even got signed. I dropped it. I think that was the first song. Yeah, it was the first single that I dropped after my first mixtape as an independent artist. So when he found it, really, it wasn't even a point of like anxiety. It was just like a survival's point. But I was just creating from a standpoint of just emotion at that part. By the time that they reached out to me and told me that they had eyes on me, is when I started moving on to my next songs that you hear, like Love Is Overrated, P and Me, After the Deal. And at that point, I guess you could say it's kind of anxiety because you focused on the future, but it's not really anxiety because being anxious,
confident.
yeah, being anxious is like saying that you panicking, but it ain't no panic. Like the room is calm, the air is still. Like you focus type stuff because you know the opportunity that you've been presented with. And that's kind of how I took it. It still is that way. Like every time I step into the studio, like that's why I like to be myself. I don't need too much commotion going on around me. Like I'm trying to take somebody's head off every time I come in here.
Now I can dig it. Well, I ain't gonna say you took nobody's head off, but on your Spotify, I see you doing some features now, and I mean, I definitely, I say Homeboy's name now times now.
Nightlife's now, yeah.
Yeah, I definitely like the paper route, but
Yeah.
that not so James ain't shit changed. That hoe was going bananas.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely walk on the features, man. I be seeing it. They know. Don't play with me. Don't put me on no feature and then think you finna just relax on that verse. Cause I'll take off. I'll definitely leave. I'm gonna take the chance every time. I'm gonna embarrass you in your own song. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. And I'm performing with you.
Shit, I heard that.
Uh,
Hey, you be saying some greasy ass shit like that shit about your shooters like Shumper lost his jumper. But I like the joint you put up on Instagram talking about you put a picture of your video on BET and there's like they can block my number but they can't block their TV.
You feel me? Hey, that's real life too. I was just getting blocked. I had just got blocked. Woke up with the news me on TV. Like, look at God work. Are you gonna see me, baby? Yeah, for sure.
Have you heard from the blocker since then?
Oh yeah. She hit me back. Same day.
Uh,
Same day it hit the TV. Yeah, she hit me back. Yeah, same day for sure. They
that's
not
what's up.
and they ain't gonna miss out on that. It never failed. It never failed. But the thing about it is, man, you might be too late to double back. You double back, somebody might be in your spot, and they hate that. And you the bad guy.
Yep.
Then you
I was say you can't always leave shit in the store. Somebody else gonna buy it.
feel me? Can't be bad. I put that back on the shelf. I'm gonna walk off with it. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it. Thanks.
Or and then to finish up, man. I can't have you on here without talking some NBA. What, you think the Bucks got this shit? I think if it went for Middleton, y'all would have had it last year.
Yeah, Middleton kind of hurt us. Middleton interesting. I, in my opinion, I think if we get rid of Middleton, we'll do better. But we just need to trade him for a solid piece. I think I'm one of them believers that like we should trade away Middleton for Dame Dollar. I'm one of those. For sure. I know Dame want to go over there. I know he want to mess with Giannis. Yeah, I gotta keep up with the games though. I gotta see what we looking like. As of right now, I've been looking at paying attention to the younger scouts. Zion, trying to see what he gonna do. Now that he healthy, finally. Now that he healthy, I want to see what he gonna do. Looking for the next LeBrons in the league. Giannis, I already know what he got to offer. I'm always depending on him to take us to the playoffs or something like that. He don't ever miss.
What you think about you? You said you've been looking at the young teams. You get to see Denver in the preseason.
No, I ain't been paying attention to him.
Man, Michael Porter Jr. looking like he back to business.
Trying to tell you, man. They did my boy Jordan Poole bad out there, man. Golden State. I'm trying to tell you. Draymond Green got issues with Milwaukee right now.
I heard that.
They on his head. They on that boy head right now.
Man, dog. Well, while I was growing up, man, I ain't gonna keep you, but real quick, I used to go to this basketball camp at Bowie State, and my man Ellis, man, he crazy as shit, wild ass dude. We was like 15 and shit. And I don't know if you remember this dude Danny Ferry that played in the NBA, but he punched Michael Jordan or tried to punch him in the playoffs this year, right? When he was on Cleveland. And his father was a motherfucking general manager of the Washington Bullets. And we ain't noticed when we went to this basketball camp, but the Washington Bullets played up there in the summertime, right? And he found out that Danny Ferry was up that motherfucker. And he tried to run up in the gym and steal on Danny Ferry for getting at Michael. Like off the like they had to wrestle him down on the ground and all that shit. So like so point being that shit, people can think that shit funny, but maybe Draymond do got problems in Milwaukee.
Yeah, Jordan ain't gonna forget that shit. Draymond definitely got issues. I mean, nah. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's some irrational people in Milwaukee. It's some people who ain't gonna forget. There's some people who ain't gonna forget. Some people gonna take it personal just because of the principle that he's from Milwaukee. And like Milwaukee, they care about their town super hard. Like they go hard for their town. Even if they don't know you personally. Like when Jordan got that I think what was it like 114 million or something like that for 4-year extension. I think that's
100 plus. I know that.
Like that. Yeah, when he got that, the whole city celebrated. Because that's not normal. It's not normal by far. It's not normal. It's extremely rare, especially as a black kid from MPS schooling. Like that's not normal at all. We don't get millionaires that just come out of there. So, we be happy about that. So when he punched Poole, man, he punched all of us, man. I felt like Chris Rock mama, man. I feel like all of us, man. Okay. All of us got slapped, man. He got to apologize to the city.
All right, well, man, we can't end it on that note. So, tell me one good thing to be expecting from Huey V coming up.
You said when's the next? What? I'm sorry. Say that one more time.
I said, tell us one good thing to be expecting from Huey V coming up. It don't gotta be the next thing, just anything.
For sure, for sure. Projects definitely. I got a new mixtape coming up soon. I can't give you no names about that, but it'll definitely be around the corner. Singles, new videos, maybe a new Huey. Maybe a new Huey. I can't even say too much about that, but you're gonna see it. And I know you be paying attention, so I know you definitely gonna see. So maybe you might see a new Huey, new year, new Huey. You feel me? You feel me? Something like that. Movie smile, Colgate smile. I think it might be time, man. I think it might be time for that bag. So who knows? I'm looking for a lot of new energy, a lot of new energy, a lot of new trips, a lot of new states, a lot of new countries to visit. You know, I'm trying to bring in these experiences, but for sure, we got new mixtapes and projects coming.
Hey, that's super. What's good, brother? You easily one of my favorite to root for, if not my favorite, man. Thank you so much for your time. Congratulations on your success, and I look forward to watching the journey.
I appreciate it, real shit, man. I appreciate it. Love, man.
Without,
Y'all love down here, man. Always, man. Real one.
I holler at you when I hit MIA, man.
Sure.
All right, brother. Take it light.
One.